Hi guys, and welcome back to Geeks 40K channel. Today we have a Warhammer 40,000 battle report for you between Iron Hands and Salamanders. We've rolled up the missions and we have got Emperor's Will. So we have one objective on the far corner here and one objective just in that building there. So this was going to be a fairly competitive game, but then I realised I was playing against Pete, who hasn't played in about 18 months, and I've seen his army and it would have been like clubbing seals. So I've toned my army down quite a bit. So yeah, it should be a fairly nice sort of friendly battle, I guess. So yeah, let's move on to the armies. My HQ choice for today is a captain in Artificer armour. He has a power fist and a combi melter. He also has the relic, the tempered helm, which is the one that allows me to re-roll wands, and it also gives a leadership 10 bubble. Second in command today is a librarian. He's just a mastery level 1 librarian, just with a force stave. I have 3 identical tactical squads, 5-man, melter gun in a razorback. So there is 3 of those. Onto elites, I have a 5-man stern guard squad, 2 combi plaz. The sergeant has combi melter and a power fist. My next elite choice is a Contemptor Mortis with 2 Carey's pattern assault cannons. Moving on to heavy support, I have a 3-man Centurion Devastator squad. They all have the grav cannons and amps. Next heavy support choice is the Storm Raven, and that has the melters and the las cannon turret. And then my last choice in this army is a Knight Paladin with no upgrades. So that is 1850 Iron Hands with a Knight. The Salamanders I'm facing today are led by a chaplain in Terminator armour. He's completely WYSIWYG, no upgrades there. First troops is a 10-man tactical squad. There is a las cannon and a grav gun in that squad. No other upgrades on the sergeant. Second tactical squad, slightly more pimped out this one. There's a veteran sergeant with power fist and a combi melter. There's a melter gun in there, and they're riding in a razorback with twin link las cannons. Quite heavy support focus, this army. There is a Predator Annihilator with all the las. There is a Vindicator with a siege shield. We also have an Ironclad as an elite choice. What you see is what you get there. Fast attack Storm Talon with the Sky Hammer missiles. And then as the last elite choice in this army, we have the Hammerator squad, and they are riding in a Land Raider Redeemer. And because I've got a Knight, Pete's brought a Knight as well, so he's gone for the Knight Errant again, no upgrades on that. So that is the 1850 combined Salamanders with the Knight Errant as an ally. Okay, so the deployment for the Salamanders, we have a Razorback with the 5-man tactical squad holding the right flank. The Ironclad Dreadnought is holding the middle with the Knight and the Vindicator just getting some cover behind that ruin. Terminators and the HQ are in the Land Raider, and with long lines of fire On the left flank we have the Predator Annihilator and the 10-man tactical squad with the las cannon in, all pointing at my Imperial Knight by the looks of it. So Iron Hand's deployment, I've deployed all my troops quite heavily on the right flank because Peter's objective is in the building opposite. So just thought it'd be a good idea to deploy there. My Knight is holding the middle of the table, facing directly off against Pete's Knight, so maybe have a bit of a ruckus in the middle there. Stern Guard are holding my objective. There's also my Centurions and the Librarian in there. Obviously the Storm Raven is off the table, but it is completely empty. So in the Razorbacks, in this Razorback, my captain is in there with a 5-man tactical squad. So at the moment, Peter did actually deploy first, and he has opted to go first. So I'm going to see if I can seize, which I don't. We've had quite a cautious start by the Salamanders. The Vindicator has just sort of moved around so he can get guns through the door. The Knight has stayed put because he's a girl, and everything else has pretty much stayed put. I think that's just sort of popped around the corner. As I said, a very cautious start. I think Peter's worried about having a bit of a punch up in the middle. He's also probably got more guns to bear than I have, so I think he wants to take advantage of that as much as possible. So that's it for movement. Let's move on to shooting. That didn't really go that well for Pete. He was trying to pop open my Knight. Started well with the Predator getting 3 hits, 1 glance and 1 pen. Which I didn't actually save, so he's got 2 hull points off him. Realised the Land Raider was actually just out of range from this Razorback, so didn't have a chance to get a first blood on that. The las cannon bounced off this Razorback as well. The worst thing though is the Knight actually placed the template on this guy here. And because of my deployment, he would have hit the 2 Centurions, everything on that level, and the Knight. But unfortunately, he scattered the full 12 inches, so well 8 minus your ballistic skill, and it landed here. So I got off unscathed there. The Demolisher Cannon did actually hit and wound, and also hit and penetrated the Knight, but I actually managed to cover save or shield save everything. So I actually got off really lightly there. My Stern Guard have just shuffled around slightly in the building. Got some good move through cover. The Centurions moved 6 inches through the ruins there, so they are going to be able to get some nice grav shots on the Knight. My Knight again has got a nice move through cover. He moved his full distance. He's out of charge range, so if it's alive, which I'm hoping it won't be, if it's alive it will be able to counter charge my Knight, so we are probably going to get some Knight on Knight action. My Razorbacks, I've gone aggressive. I've gone 12 inches. First one successfully jumped over the pipeline. Second one successfully jumped over the ruins. Third one, tradition really. I've got to immobilise something in the first turn. So yeah, that's immobilised there, so thanks for that. That's really useful. So that's it for my movement, and now it is on to shooting. So that shooting phase did actually start quite well, despite the fact that all of these moved 12, so there was snap firing. I actually rolled 3 6s to hit with that guy, 3 6s to hit with that guy, and I think I rolled 2 with that one. I was shooting at the tactical squad. Only managed to kill 2 of them though, because obviously the cover save that they've got in the just their armor save actually on the 3-up saved them. I then started shooting at the knight. So my knight shot at it. Also shot at the Vindicator. The blast actually hit both. Managed to immobilise the Vindicator, so that's lost the hull point, and took 2 hull points in total off the 3 hull points in total off the knight. 2 were from my knight, and 1 was from the Grab Centurions. Just tried to hull point it out really. The Stern Guard couldn't actually damage anything from where they are. I was thinking I might pop the Combi Plasma. But at this range I would have only got 1 shot, so it was a bit of a waste. So yeah, 2 quite ineffectual shooting phases there. So on to Salamanders turn 2. So the Storm Talon has come on from reserve, and he is obviously aggressively going after my Stern Guard on my objective. Might have left that a little bit exposed, to be honest. Yeah, I kind of forgot that he had Hammonators in a Land Raider. So it looks like that knight could be going boom this turn. With that in mind, his knight has cowered away. Doesn't want to get hit with a Titanic explosion if you can help it. Everything else has stayed still. The Predator stayed still. The Razorback stayed still. So it looks like he's making me go across the board to kill him. So yeah, let's see what happens in the shooting phase. Okay, so that was kind of brutal. Definitely makes up for the lack of shooting in turn 1. So the Talon came on and shot at the Centurions. The Vindicator shot at the Centurions. The Knight shot at the Centurions. Yeah, the Centurions are dead, and the Librarian is hanging in there with 1 wound left. The Land Raider, he shot at the Razorback, didn't do anything, but then the las cannon from that tactical squad popped it open. Got an explodes result. 1 of my tactical marines was taken out in the explosion. They're not pinned, however. What else happened? The Predator shot at the Knight and took a further hull point off that. So I'm probably going to lose a Knight this turn as well. So yeah, it's very much hanging in the balance for me, really. I've got a couple of reserves to come on. I have my Storm Raven. I have my Contemptor Dreadnought, because I didn't forget to deploy that, promise. So yeah, let's move on to Assault.
As we enter the assault phase, the Salamanders and the Knight are going toe-to-toe. It is the Knight to go first. We have got 3 attacks. Robin needs 4s to hit. He gets 1. He gets 1 hit. And then obviously Robin is now rolling on the D table to see what damage he does. It's a...
Oh no! Bye-bye, Knight.
It's a 1. So now it's the Salamander's turn to hit back. The Terminators with their Thunderhammers looking at doing the damage. They've each got 3 attacks on the charge. There is a chaplain in here as well.
Needs it.
He might need the chaplain. That's some terrible rolling, Pete. Have you got my dice?
It'll work out.
No, it won't. There's a lot of 1s in there. We've got 9 hits from the Terminators. They're going to need 5 and 6s to do any damage. Come on, Pete, roll them up. Oh, there's a few. There's a few. So we've got 3 hull point damages done by the Terminators onto the Knight. It has only got 3 hull points left. So this thing is going to go boom. It will do its stomp before it does blow up. So the Knight is about to raise up his foot and slam it down into the ground for the stomp. How many does he get?
He gets full 3.
Oh, he gets full amount. The Knight stomps landed hard and they landed true. Actually, all 5 of the Terminators were wiped out, and only the Chaplain survived that combat. The resultant explosion was catastrophic, but it didn't scatter, and the Chaplain was unwounded. So the Knight is gone, but so are the Salamander Terminators.
So my reserves. Contemptor came on, yay! Not that he should be like about here now, but yeah, he's on. Unfortunately, Stormraven decided that he didn't want any part of this battle yet, so I could have really done with him coming on and shooting that down, but yeah, he's not on. Librarian has fallen back into this building, so he is securing the objective with the Stern Guard. This is still immobilised. The squad has got out and they're making their way up the table now. The other Razorback is still advancing forward 6 inches, so he'll be able to shoot at full ballistic skill. The captain and his squad have just moved around. They're within 6 inches of the Land Raider, so they could actually melter that or charge it with a power fist. So if they don't, that's an AP3 flamer, so it's a bit risky. So yeah, that's my movement. Let's go to my shooting. My Librarian managed to cast Prescience on the newly arrived Contemptor Dreadnought, and it already had an impact. It actually shot and killed the Chaplain that just took an explosion from a Knight in the face. He was obviously wheeling from that and got peppered to death. So I've got Warlord. The Stern Guard also shot into the Chaplain but didn't do anything to him, so it was down to the Contemptor to try and pull it back. A little bit more successful on this side. My trusty heavy bolters on the Razorbacks shot into the tactical squad there and killed, I think it was 3 or 4 of those guys. So they will need to take a morale check. My captain's unit, despite the fact he's got the tempered helm, so they can re-roll 1s, my melter rolled a 2, so didn't manage to hit the Land Raider that is right next to him. So that was it. I haven't got anything else on the table really. So my captain and his squad managed to get into combat with the Land Raider. Only managed to hit it once and then did not manage to score a glancing hit. So I think we've got a bit of barbecue time next turn. Could really have done with the melter actually doing some damage to that. But they were in the open anyway, so it was all I could really do. So on to Salamanders turn 3. It is looking like an uphill struggle for the Iron Hands now though. The Ironclad Dreadnought has moved up to flame the Stern Guard on my objective. The Razorback has moved 12, again pressurising the objective. The Land Raider has spun round. He's looking to barbecue my command squad. The Predator in the backfield has just moved out of cover there, just so he can get better line of fire. And the Knight has moved round. He is also looking at my command squad. Let's move on to the shooting. So the Ironclad has brutalised my Stern Guard. They have held morale, but we literally have the Sergeant and the Librarian sitting on that objective. My command squad has been brutalised. It's a bit of a theme of this turn actually. So he did actually make quite a few 2-up saves himself, so it could have been worse. At least the captain is unscathed. The Predator popped my Razorback and killed 2 of the guys, one of which was the melter. of course. And the knight decided that it was going to use its big melter blast on this Razorback. Obviously, all the punishing fire into that tactical squad has got the knight's notice. It didn't kill the Razorback, but it did kill the squad in front, and they went to ground, and I managed to save one of them. He did actually pass his morale check, as did my captain. So yeah, that's on to my turn now, unless is there any assault? No, there's no assault, so that's on to my turn 3. Let's see if my Storm Raven comes on. God knows I need it. So I've rolled for my reserves, and my Storm Raven has come on. He has flown aggressively towards the knight. I need to kill that, because that's where the objective is. If I don't kill that, I'll have to get a knight off an objective, which is never going to be fun. My Contemptor Dreadnought has moved round, just so he can get some nice rending shots on the Ironclad. My Veteran Sergeant from the Stern Guard has come out of the building. He's got a Power Fist, he's also got a Combi Melter. It's kind of, if I don't go into him now, he's probably going to kill me next turn, so I might as well do a suicide charge there. Everything else is either dead or immobilised. So my captain, he's made his way across to the objective. He is quite close to that knight, so I'm hoping the Storm Raven will actually kill it first, and I'm hoping it doesn't go cataclysmic and land on him, which is probably going to happen, because that's the way that this battle's been going. And the 3 surviving guys from the Razorback have just run up to pressurise the objective. If only the melter gun had survived, I might be able to get rid of that. So my Contemptor Dreadnought had prescience on him from the Librarian. He shot into the Ironclad Dreadnought and took off 2 hull points, managed to get a couple of cover saves. So it was over to the Veteran Sergeant. Can he survive? Yes, he can. He popped his melter. It hit. It penetrated. He rolled a 6. The Ironclad went boom. So he lives to survive, or take a las cannon in the face next turn, but hey, it's fine. It's fine. Over here, the Storm Raven shot into the knight. He's got had 3 hull points remaining. Melter hit, penetrated. Got an explodes result. I rolled a 4, so I took off 2 hull points with that shot. The las cannon hit, penetrated, saved on his shield. 2 Storm Strike missiles hit, penetrated, saved on the shield. That knight has 1 hull point remaining. My captain, thinking that that might go boom, ran across to join the remainder of that tactical squad, and the lowly tactical marine here just ran up to try and pressurise this area of the table. We are moving on to turn 4. Will I be able to weather the storm for another turn? So the Razorback has moved up and it has managed to immobilise itself. The tactical squad inside have moved up to my Stern Guard Sergeant there. The Talon is back on, and he is looking at my Storm Raven. The Knight has moved round slightly, bit of a shuffle, trying to get my captain. The Land Raider has also moved up, and he's managed to get himself immobilised on this barrier, which is good news for me, potentially, if that squad survives this turn. So the tactical squad here shot everything at the Stern Guard Sergeant. Managed to kill him with the melter in the end. It was pretty uneventful, really, apart from the Storm Raven taking 2 hull points. He is jinking. The Melter of Death from the Knight again picked on this Razorback. I don't know why, he just seems to have a bullseye on it. I think it's basically the only thing which is safe to shoot at, but I managed to get a cover save on that. My captain took all the las cannon shots from the Annihilator, but I iron haloed them all, which Peter really enjoyed. So that is it from the shooting. There isn't a lot on the table now. Also, quick summary for the assault. The Knight was actually going to assault my captain, but he rolled a 3, and I laughed. I laughed. Right, so in the movement phase, my Storm Raven dropped into hover mode. It's all he could do, really. Getting rear armour on the Knight. He can also shoot at the Storm Talon if he wants to. The only other 2 things to move were the Captain and the Tactical Marine, which have come in to contest the objective. Oh, and actually my Contemptor moved around as well. The Contemptor shot into that squad and killed 3 of them. One of them was the Veteran Sergeant with a Power Fist, which was what I was worried about. However, there is still the Melter guy there. Would have been nice to kill him. The Knight, although he's only got 1 hull point remaining, Power the Machine Spirit to get full ballistic skill. Hit, penetrated, but he got his shield save. So that Knight is still in. The rest of the shots, I snap fired the las cannon and 2 missiles into the Talon. He jinked, and I only managed to do 1 hull point. So that is it. We are moving on to assault now, which could decide the game.
So into the assault phase, the one remaining Iron Hands tactical squad has made it in, and then the second charge was the captain. He has also made it into the Salamanders. This is really important, so we're going to show the dice rolling. So the Salamanders are going to roll their dice first. He's got 4 attacks. He needs 4s.
Oh,
I'll take it. 3 misses, 4 misses.
4 misses.
4 misses.
Now the one remaining Iron Hand tactical guy is going to roll back. That's some great rolling, Rob. That's hidden underneath.
I'm glad we filmed this.
2 misses. After a complete and utter whiff fest from the tactical guys who don't know what they're doing, the captain is going to show them, maybe. That's a bit better. We've got 3 hits. Guy's going to be hitting with a power fist, so wounded on 2s. So 2 wounds, so 2 dead tactical guys. The Salamanders failed their leadership and managed to get away from the combat. So they are now, well, they ran back 6 inches. They're still on the battlefield. They will rally and turn around and shoot the captain of the Iron Hands in the face.
The Knight has moved around so he could get shots on the Storm Raven that was here, and also shots on everything that was in there. As you can see, everything's dead. Everybody's dead, Dave. Everybody's dead. So my tactical marine was gunned down by the 2 tactical squads here. The flamer from the Redeemer burst through the window, and I think that was what actually killed the tactical marine. And then my captain took all the las in the face, and his iron halo failed him, which meant that the Knight could just concentrate all of its firepower on the Storm Raven that was line breaking on 1 hull point, and that went boom. So it is not looking good for the Iron Hands. However, I am still within a chance of winning. We're just about to move into my turn 5. I have this guy on the end. He is within range of the objective in that building. If it ends on turn 5 and he is sitting on that objective, then I'm scoring it. On the other side of the table, in Pete's turn, he moved his tactical marines into that building. They've killed my librarian, they are sitting on the objective. However, I have my contemptor that can walk round the corner, sit on the objective and shoot the tactical marines. I lost my warlord. Pete got first blood, and if he holds his objective, he will have 5 points. If I hold my objective, I will have 3 points for the objective and 1 point for killing his warlord. I'm no longer going to be scoring line breaker unless this guy can get into that building and get that objective. So there's a lot riding on this next turn. It's kind of a last ditch attempt, but that is what it's looking like. So let's see how this next turn pans out for me. So my lone tactical marine that was here has managed to move and run, and he is just within 3 inches of the objective on this side. He is also just line breaking as well. My Razorback shot up at the Storm Talon, forcing it to jink, but did not kill it. So the last action of my turn, the Contemptor smashed through the ruins and shot the last 2 remaining tactical marines. He is now securing my objective, and there is nothing in range that can move to contest that. So my objective is currently secure. With my remaining tactical marine, I am securing his objective. I have Linebreaker, I have Slay the Warlord. He currently has Slay the Warlord and First Blood. So this all comes down to 1 dice roll. If the game goes on to turn 6, Pete will easily kill that guy and claim his own objective and win the game. If it ends here, then somehow, despite having a tactical marine and a mobilised Razorback and a Contemptor, I will win the game. So we're going to roll this one live on camera. So the game is decided on this next roll. Go ahead.
We continue.
We continue on the 6. So I think with that, I have lost the game. All the guns came to bear on my lowly tactical marine, and he has fallen, which basically gives Peter the game now. He is securing his own objective. His Talon is hovering, scoring Linebreaker. He has First Blood, and he has Slay the Warlord. So he is on 6 points. I am holding my objective, and I've got Warlord. So I am on 4 points. So that ended up being very, very close at the end. Came down to just that 1 dice roll. They're the best type of games. So yeah, that was it. What a game that was. Okay, so that's it. That's the end of the battle, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. We're just going to do a quick review of the battle. What worked well for me? Nothing really. It all kind of fell to pieces right from early on. Didn't help that I forgot to deploy one of my key units, but when it did come on, it actually did quite well. So the Contemptor might be one of my key units there. The Knight just did nothing really. Got killed.
Outplayed you.
Yeah.
Outplayed you.
Yeah. It's I kind of forgot about the Terminators. If I thought about that, then I wouldn't have gone so aggressive.
Feeling
with
pretty
it.
smug.
Yeah. It's the first time he's won.
Yeah.
like ever.
I think I've only beaten you twice in my life, and today was one of those. So
Yeah.
I'm feeling good.
So it was a really good close battle in the end. So
The fact you almost won is embarrassing, though. You're like 3 units in the
yeah,
entire army, and you almost won.
yeah. I don't know how how that quite worked, but yeah, it did in the end, and I could have potentially stole the win. But yeah, unit of the game for me was probably the Contemptor. What was yours? Your Predator did quite well.
Predator took 5 hull points off the knight. Killed your HQ choice in the end as well, and just dominated. Yeah.
So yeah, I'd agree with that. That's the thing with the Predators. You don't see many of them because if they get pinged once, then they're really ineffective in fire. But if you've got it nestled at the back of the table somewhere, then it can do quite a lot of work, which has been demonstrated today. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. We hope you enjoyed that. We definitely did. We'd love to hear your comments, see what you thought. Did you agree with our units of the game, disagree, whatever. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't, and we will see you in the next one.